Good evening, everyone. I am Ravi Gupta. I am CEO and founder of Illets Technomedia Private Limited. Yeah, Illets publishes a magazine called eGov from last 16 years, and eGov is the India's first and the only magazine on e-governance. And we also run a magazine called eHealth, which is again first magazine of India on eHealth for last 16 years. Today we are having our interaction with Sonal Goyal. She's an IS officer. She is the CEO of Gurgaon. I'm sorry, I have to read it out. She is the CEO of Gurugram Metropolitan City Bus Limited, and she is the additional CEO of Gurugram Metropolitan Development Authority, GMD. Welcome, Sonalji, on this interaction. We have our a lot of audience on our platform right now on this GoToWebinar.
Thank you, Mr. Gupta. Thank you so much.
Thanks for joining in. So, Sonalji, before we start discussing about the COVID-19 situation and how are you and your organization handling this situation in this challenging times, I would request you to talk about your education and career till now, so that our audience gets an idea about your journey in the IAS and what inspired you to get into the IAS. So that will also be good for our audience to know. Yes.
Right. So as you have introduced me to the audience, so I belong to the 2008 batch of the IAS. My cadre is Tripura, and I am on deputation to Government of Haryana since July 2016. I am presently holding the charge of additional CEO GMDA and CEO of GMCBL. I would like to just briefly mention about my background. So I belong to Panipat, Haryana. We are a family based in basically Haryana and Delhi. If I talk about my educational qualifications, so I have done my graduation in commerce from Shriram College of Commerce, Delhi University. And at that time, when I was doing my graduation from SRCC, I was also doing my CS from ICSI. So in my third year of graduation, actually, I thought of appearing for the maybe kind of appearing for civil services and move to the civil services. So when I discussed this with my parents, so they were initially, I mean, a little bit apprehensive, but then they said, "Ki, okay, you should try." But then my father also suggested that I should have this fallback career option, because civil service selection is one thing which you are never kind of that sure, because the competition level is very high. So then after my graduation, I completed my CS in 2004. And I also enrolled myself for law LLB from Delhi University, and I started my preparation for civil services in 2005. So I was doing my LLB from Delhi University. I started my job as a part-time CS in one of the organizations based in Gurugram, and I also started my civil services preparation. And it was in my second attempt that I was selected into the civil services examination. And I got All India rank 13, and I was allotted Tripura cadre. So if you ask me what inspired me to join civil services, is that I feel that civil services is the platform which enables you to actually contribute towards the society, to bring some change into the lives of the common people, and to contribute towards your nation's development and progress. So this is the reason why during my graduation days and when I was doing my professional studies, I kind of thought of that at least once I would try for joining the civil services. And if you talk about my career, as you've asked, so my first posting was in Tripura in 2009, wherein I joined as the assistant collector in West Tripura district. And then moving forth, I was in field almost all the times during my tenure there. And in 2014, I joined there as DM and collector Gomati district Tripura, wherein I worked for like more than 2 years. July 16, I came to Haryana on deputation. So in Haryana, my first posting was as Commissioner Municipal Corporation Faridabad. Then I joined as Deputy Commissioner Jhajjar. Then again, I came back to Faridabad. I had 3 assignments here last year. And this present assignment I have joined in January 2020. So this has been precisely my journey, like last 11-12 years in the civil services.
Fantastic. Great
Thank
to
you.
have this opportunity to speak to you today. And today, on behalf of our audience, what I'm going to ask you about, especially about the COVID-19 situation. And you are
Yes.
additional CEO of the Gurugram Metropolitan Development Authority, and GMDA has a very important role to play in the overall administration of the Gurgaon as a city. So, will you please highlight that
Presentation.
how as an organization you have dealt with the situation, please?
Yeah. So I have a small presentation which I would actually like to share here. So I'll briefly discuss about GMDA. GMDA is actually, I would call it as a mother organization of Gurugram. Gurugram is the kind of the largest city of Haryana. It is the metropolitan city of Haryana, and it has multiplicity of organizations wherein we have the Office of the Deputy Commissioner, we have a corporation called MCG, we have Administrator HSVP, Haryana Shahri Vikas Pradhikaran, we have GMDA, Gurugram Metropolitan Development Authority, and we have GMCBL, which is a city bus limited. Besides, we have Gurugram Police, which is having a commissionerate system. So these are the basic bigger organizations, and of course we have other line departments which are working in the entire district. So if you talk about GMDA, GMDA has authority which is chaired by the Honorable Chief Minister, and I would like to state here that GMDA acts as a basically as a backbone of the entire district. So it is acting as a backbone in terms of the infrastructure, whether it is dry infrastructure or wet infrastructure. It is also acting as a backbone in terms of the IT related initiatives or the aspects which the city or the district is having presently. So my very briefly, I would now shift to whatever activities GMDA has been taking during this COVID. So this first initiative which I am sharing here is Cov Haryana A, which is actually an online platform which is aiming at bringing all the health related entities together. So whether it is the doctors or whether it is the health workers, whether it is the patients, so all these kind of informations are available here. And we also have started the facility of telemedicine through this portal recently. Now we have a smart city division. So the smart city division has actually formulated this integrated command and control center. This ICCC was inaugurated in December 2019 by the Honorable Chief Minister Haryana. Now during the COVID time, we are using it as a COVID war room. So here I would like to mention that we have around 300 cameras which are operational, and at one point of time we have a live feed of 100 cameras on the video wall. So we are in any case, we are monitoring the traffic situation. We are monitoring whether the lockdown is being implemented properly. We are monitoring also the civic amenities through it. We have a dedicated team of GMDA as well as the police. The Gurugram police have deployed a very senior team who are working 24/7, and they are having their surveillance system. And they are actually looking at those cameras, and if anything is noticed which is kind of breaking the norms or the rules or the provisions of the government, they immediately report to the authorities down the line at the field, and immediate action is taken. So basically ICCC is acting as the COVID war room, and we are also monitoring the civic services like the smart lighting, the solid waste management, the transport, everything is being monitored. We also have this call center which is being operated. So this call center was earlier operated by the MCG, the corporation, but now it is under the domain of GMDA. And through the call centers, we are getting various type of complaints: water supply, sewerage, garbage, street lighting, etc., etc. We are forwarding to the various departments, and we try to ensure that there is action taken report within 48 hours of the receipt of the complaint or the grievance on this. We also have a very important GMDA mobile app. So this mobile app, if you see, it is easily downloadable from the Play Store, and it has information for not only Gurugram but also for entire state Haryana, and it has additional information of all the helpline numbers, the hospitals, I mean all kind of database is available in the GMDA mobile app. Now I would like to mention here in the this online web applications which are of course at present at a back end, because not many people are now applying for all these facilities during the COVID. CLU, building plan approval, right of way, new connections, but of course they are being monitored very properly by the GMDA's IT division. Now I would like to mention about the GIS division. So GIS division is having a real-time monitoring of all the authorities. We have a GIS lab, and we are converting all the non-GIS data into the GIS database. Very important, one of the features which the this GIS division is at present having is the issuing of the movement pass for movement within Gurugram. So this link has been prepared, which is by the name of onemapgurugram.gmda.gov.in. So any citizen who wants to move within the city, he or she has to apply online on this link, and after due verification, the permission is either granted or rejected. So these were the basic IT related aspects which during lockdown we are having. I would also like to mention that we are monitoring the back-end infrastructure. So infrastructure we qualify into two aspects. One is the dry. So dry means your roads, your bridges, your connectivity things, and the wet infrastructure means your liquid waste management, your water supply, sewerage, STPs. So even if there is a lockdown, we have to ensure that all these at least wet infrastructure services are well in place. So these slides only basically say that we are ensuring proper disinfection of all the installations. The STPs are working properly. We are having proper drinking water supply. So this is the kind of a support system which the GMDA during COVID is having at present. Yeah, thank you.
Thank you. Great.
Yeah, so this was basically regarding the GMDA thing. So now basically I would deal very briefly about GMCBL, so Gurugram Metropolitan City Bus Limited. Gurugram Metropolitan City Bus Limited. So as you can see that we are having a fleet of around 154 low floor CNG buses which have been operating in Gurugram. Of course, we are scaling it up to 200 buses. Of course, it would be done after the COVID thing is over. So very briefly, I would like to mention that, basically we see that any kind of a public transport is basically for transportation of the passengers. This is the outlook how generally the people would see. But why I'm sharing the initiatives of Guru Gaman, these GMCBL buses are commonly called as Guru Gaman. So this Guru Gaman has been acting as a savior for Gurugram through various initiatives in public transport which we have taken up. So before the lockdown was even formally announced, if you remember, during the middle of March, there was kind of these inputs that there is some coronavirus issues are there, and before the formal this declaration of the lockdown only, we started this exercise on our own end. So basically there was disinfection of the buses which was started, public health awareness posters were there. There were appeals from the GMCBL side to the public for the mass awareness. When then this lockdown was announced, so the entire GMCBL team came forth with the district administration, and there is a COVID fund, Haryana COVID Relief Fund, which was constituted by the government of Haryana for contribution towards the COVID-19. So we initially started with contribution of my own 1 month salary towards the COVID relief fund. And after that, what happened that all my employees and the staff of GMCBL resolved to contribute their 1 day salary towards the COVID relief fund. And after that, what happened was that because the GMCBL has two concessionaire partners and one PMC. So all the employees of the concessionaire partners, the CSAs, the drivers, the concessionaires, all their team contributed, and the amount of around 10,33,000 was contributed towards the Haryana COVID Relief Fund, which I would say is not that small if we compare it to the fleet which we are running at present. So now I talk to the initiative, which initiatives we have kind of started, which first and very important initiative was that we kind of started supplying the groceries and rations and fruits and vegetables to the citizens. So what the mechanism was that we changed few of our buses into the mobile grocery shop, and this initiative was taken in coordination with the municipal corporation. So our buses were transformed into acting as mobile grocery shop, whereas the citizens or the RWAs would give a request to the corporation. So the corporation backend team would compile those requests, and then our buses would go, and the buses would have our CSAs. I would just like to mention that we generally call the conductors as CSAs, the customer service agents. So the team would go, and daily they are going and they are distributing the mobile grocery. So it is the ration, it is also the foods and vegetables, and herein in between there are it is linked through the zonal administrator of the agriculture marketing board and the DFSC, district food and civil supplies officer. This is the second thing which we have been doing. So because we know there are many people who are in need at present, so even though district administration and various NGOs and civil society organizations are contributing a lot of things to the people in need, so Gurugaman started its initiative on a voluntary basis. So we kind of distributed the sanitation items which people should be aware of in the slum areas. All these distribution drives were being done in the slum areas only, and also we then distributed the essential food items in the slum areas. Then these, if you can see, the Gurugaman buses were used to help the migrant people to reach the relief camps or the shelter homes which were established by the district administration, and wherever the help was required from the police department. Then there was also a kind of a review and a feedback mechanism which was being taken through interaction with the various citizens, people staying in the shelter homes, observing whether social distancing is happening or not in the field, in the market areas. We have various social media platforms, our website, Twitter handle, Facebook, Instagram, YouTube channel, wherein we regularly share about the COVID-19 and what are the things through which the citizens can contribute, what are the things which they should keep in mind, you know. Also regularly we have been issuing appeal through social media. Now this very important aspect is that since last almost 2 weeks now, we have been our buses have been used by the chief medical officer for transporting the medical teams to the various locations, especially the containment areas, and also for transporting the people who were there in the quarantine, you know. And the quarantine say they are taking the people back to their respective destination, or even at the time of discharge from the civil hospital, or whatever other quarantine locations. This another initiative which I would like to mention is very important, that we have transformed one of our bus as the COVID-19 testing bus. So this is a mobile sample collection bus for COVID-19 testing, and it has been done in collaboration with the Pathkind Diagnostic, and it is presently moving in 3 areas, and we also plan to take it to the containment zones. So basically they are going to the 3 locations, and because people can't move out much, and this facility is kind of a doorstep which is being provided to the citizens for sample collection for COVID-19. So these are very little bit I mentioned about the brief about the initiatives being taken by the Gurugaman, which is not merely restricted to the traditional public transport, but we are trying to help out to people during the COVID-19. Yeah. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Fantastic. Kudos to you and your team for
Thank you so
taking
much.
so many initiatives. What I specifically would like to ask you about the role of IT in managing the disaster situation. This is the health disaster situation. So how you and your team is using this IT? Yeah.
So actually, I mentioned a little bit in brief when I was presenting about GMDA.
Yes.
So as I have mentioned about 3-4 major things. So one thing is the telemedicine facility which has been initiated. Another thing is the ICCC. You know, ICCC is acting as the overall surveillance surveillance monitoring mechanism in the entire district. And it is not only helping the police administration, but also it is helping the all the civic bodies, whether it is health, whether it is the corporation, whether it is public transport, whether it is environment. And we are also trying to enforce the social distancing, you know, in the cameras we see in some of the sabzi mandi or in some of the residential area, in some of the market area, if the social distancing is not happening, and we notice it during you know, our camera live feed, immediate response is there. Also we have this GMDA app, so this app has all the information available. One map Gurugram I mentioned is a very important link, so anybody can go to that link, One Map Gurugram, and it will give the entire state of Haryana information. So this is, I mean, one thing which is having a database of all the information, the number of hospitals, you know, what is the nearest medical store available, the chemist shop, all the kind of information is available in that. And we are also, you know, kind of having these online curfew passes. So there are two aspects for movement for issuing of the passes. One is through the GMDA link, which is for movement within the city of Gurugram, and another is the this link of Saral Haryana Gov. So the Saral Haryana link is for movement outside the district. So from Gurugram to any other district, or even from Gurugram to any other state, you know. So that those kind of IT initiatives are, you know, quite integrated as far as Gurugram is concerned. Yeah.
Gurgaon it also has lots of construction areas, lots of buildings are getting constructed, and a lot of industries are there. And there is a issue about migrant laborers stuck in cities. So is there a situation like this in your area also, and how have you addressed that?
See, actually directly, even though I am not handling, but because I have been associated with the administration, so I can share a little bit about this. So when this lockdown was announced, as you have rightly mentioned, that Gurugram as a city has a lot of industries. So the industries is not only of the construction work, the industries of manufacturing of different items which are supplying to the entire country and even exporting outside the country. We have big plants here. We also have a very buoyant IT sector based in Gurugram. So when you're talking about this issue of the migrant laborers, so when this lockdown was announced, a very I would say comprehensive exercise was done by the district administration under the leadership of Deputy Commissioner and with the coordination of Gurugram Police, right? So we tried to ensure that all these migrant laborers are moved to the relief shelters. So there were, I think, around 35 or 37 shelter camps which were established, and all these migrant laborers were shifted there. And then, you know, they were being taken care of as nicely as they could be. We have our civil defense volunteers team, which are working day and night. They are being provided proper food. They are being provided, you know, health sessions. Their health checking is being done. They are also being provided yoga, you know, at some of the locations. So all these things have been taken up to ensure their proper health and upkeep. Now, once we are actually from last 1 week or so, there have been some instruction that some industrial or the construction activity to start. So I would like to mention that if there is any construction activity which requires less than 10 laborers, so there is no need to take a permission, but otherwise any activity which needs involvement of the labor beyond 10 number, so they need to take a permission. So there is an online application system, and the additional labor commissioner in Gurugram, he is monitoring it. Of course, we have a nodal officer, a very senior officer. Each district, in fact, in Haryana, they have been under the supervision of very senior principal secretary ACS rank officer. In Gurugram, the ACS rank officer is there, and sir is kind of monitoring all the system very nicely. And jitna bhi these applications are being received, those applications are being scrutinized and they are being given appropriate approvals. That is the thing.
Fantastic. And Gurgaon has a lot of urban areas, high-rise apartments are there, and door-to-door supply of essential items. That's an important agenda after the lockdown has happened. So, how are you like ensuring that these issue like maybe is not under your purview directly, but like if you can mention about that how is this issue being addressed?
So I think I would mention that there are two things to it. One thing is the containment areas, and one of the areas are the non-containment zones, right? So
Yes.
in the containment zones, there is strictly no movement of people outside the containment zone or even people to the containment zones. So all those containment zones may all kinds of supplies, whether it is ration, whether it is milk, whether it is fruits and vegetables, they are being taken care of by the administration, the office of the deputy commissioner, along with the municipal corporation. They are ensuring it. And if we talk about the non-containment zones, so as you know that there have been some permissions which have been given earlier, not recently, but which were given earlier. Some of the home delivery agencies or the organizations were also given permission, home delivery, and also some of the shops were also given permission, the chemist, medical shop, these retail shops which are giving the essential food items. So all these permissions were given. So when these permissions were given, it was a kind of a drive by the district administration that people, whenever they are coming out of home, they have to ensure that social distancing. Even in the mandis, if people are visiting, that social distancing has to take place. And this kind of mechanism, we have actually not got much complaints or a negative feedback on this aspect. So yeah, so my point is that we have been, even though Gurugram is the the metropolitan hub of the entire state of Haryana, but we have been quite able to reach out to the people, reach out to the citizens. Yeah.
There is a question from the audience. People have asked about the health infrastructure preparation in Gurgaon in case of any eventuality. So,
Yeah.
how many beds, how many facilities, the COVID-19 specialized facilities are
Yeah.
there?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So actually, exact data to I don't have. Exact data to Chief Medical Officer only can provide.
Sure.
But as
sure.
far as I remember, there are, I think, 5 facilities which were designated till last week as the quarantine facilities, or the facilities wherein any patient having the symptom of the COVID-19 would be taken up, right? So we have kind of this sufficient staff which is available. And if you allow me just 1 minute, I'll just mention from my yesterday's report.
Sure.
I can just mention to you, yeah.
Sure.
Yeah.
Sure.
Just to give that data, since you have asked me.
Yes.
Yeah.
Please.
Just a moment.
Sure.
So actually in Gurugram, we have the isolation wards were established, as I mentioned, already in the 5 of the government hospitals and in the 17 private hospitals, right? So 5 government and 17 private hospitals. And there are actually sufficient number of the logistics, that is the PPE kits, N95 masks and BTM. They are available. there are sufficient number of ambulances which are available in the district for the referral of the cases. And also there is a control room which I already mentioned, but also there is a control room with number 1950, which is being dedicatedly used for any kind of help which the citizens need, and of course for the purpose of this health also. And if we talk about these labs, so the labs, I think 3 labs have been given the permission for detection of the cases, for making the COVID-19 test. Yeah. And I would like to also mention that not only of Gurugram, because we have quite a number of hospitals, including the private hospitals here. So even cases from outside Gurugram are being referred to our district. Even from adjoining districts, some cases are being referred on a daily basis to the district Gurugram. Yeah.
Will you like to mention about the what are the measures being taken to stop the spread of the COVID-19, like to contain the spread, like any measures which are there? So where
See, I would like to mention that it is the society's responsibility, because we all know that humanity in recent few ages at least has not seen any kind of pandemic like COVID to strike not only our state but also the entire world. So it is the citizens and the society's responsibility, and which I would like to say that they have been shouldering it very very nicely, especially in Gurugram. So one aspect is that, of course, from the side of the administration, there is enforcement which is being done. So the enforcement is with respect to the this stay at home. The lockdown is there, so people have to stay at home. If there is any movement, authorized, unauthorized movement, then of course legal actions are being taken. One thing. Second thing is that we are also having various organizations, the civil society organizations and the citizens coming forward and helping the people in need, the people who are living in slums, the people who are migrant workers who are in the shelter homes. So that help is coming. We also have a district Red Cross society, so which is providing cooked food to the people in the relief shelters. So if we see the sabzi mandi, if we see the market areas, there the police department is doing a very good job in kind of enforcing that people are not having any unauthorized movement. Also, they are maintaining social distancing whenever whenever they are moving out or whenever they are in a market or an open place. And of course, regular advisories, appeals, IC campaigns are being done by all the organizations, not only GMCPL, GMDA, but also district administration, police, MCG, the HSVP department. All the departments are doing those kind of activities. So I would say that it is, if we see the amount of the population the city has, which would be exceeding definitely 20 lakh in the coming census. So if we see the number of cases or the number of reporting which has been done, so I mean, I would say that due to people's support, the district administration has been quite effective in containing the spread of the COVID-19.
Sure. There is another question where someone is asking that when will be the IT and other corporate companies in Gurugram start operating? How are you planning to support the companies to start operating as soon as possible?
See, I am not the appropriate authority to comment on that. As you understand, I am only one part of the system which is working in Gurugram. So there are two things. One thing is, of course, we have to wait for the instructions from the state government. So government of Haryana ka abhi instructions on this aspect has not come. The second aspect which we all know is that the present lockdown is till May 3rd, and we all now are waiting for the official instructions to come, that what will happen, post 3rd of May. So as we all know that the IT services in the city limit, In the city
Yes.
limit, in the corporation limit, they have been allowed with some restrictions, as we are all aware of. Similarly, some construction activity, the industrial activity, they have been allowed with some restrictions. So similarly for this sector also. And of course, we understand that it is a tough situation, not only for us, it is a tough situation for the people who are working in the IT sector. Let us wait. And I would say that even if, after, I don't think after 3rd May, everything would be opening up as immediately as, there would be some restrictions still in place, I believe, after 3rd of May also. Yeah, so it would be kind of a phased strategy, a kind of a phased manner. We as citizens will have to cooperate with the entire administration. Yeah.
Sure. There is another question about feeding of poor people in the city, like poor who are on daily wages. So how are they being fed? So any answer on that?
So there is a complete database which has been maintained. The district administration has done a fairly good job, I would say. They have maintained a database, and this database ke through mein, there are two things which are being done. So one is the people or the workers who are in our shelter homes, right? And one is the daily wage earners who are staying in the slum areas or such kind of localities, these identification has been done broadly. And then two things. One is the supply through the District Red Cross Society. So they are supplying the cooked meals. Also, we are supplying. We have been given the help of various organizations, NGOs, civil society organizations, citizens per se. Those who are telling their interest, they are willing to contribute this much amount. And a similar thing is that we tell the locations, and then those locations they are taking this responsibility to supply the meals to and feed the poor people. So I think on an average around 2 lakh people on a day, are being fed in the entire city. If not more, at least it is 2 lakh, 2 lakh of people which are being, fed daily. Yeah.
There is another question about someone asking about there was an order by MHA for some of the relaxation in essential services and factories to start, and there was another order to start the shops. Are they these orders being worked on in Gurgaon? Is there any?
Yeah. I have already mentioned that there is for the purpose of industries, construction activities, there is an online application system, and the additional labor commissioner and the officer in charge, the ACS rank officer, sir, hai. So they are monitoring this, and whoever are fulfilling those eligibility criteria, they are being given permission. So that is for the this industrial units construction activity. And sorry, I missed your first point.
There were like he's asking about two orders, like one on the 20th April and
The
another about
shops,
the
yeah,
shops.
yeah. So MHA, the shop, yeah. So the order of the
Shops.
shops came, I think, on 24th or 25th of April. So those say about the opening of the shops in the rural areas, the standalone shops. So based on the requirement of the area, some permissions have been given. Of course, those who are supplying the essential food items.
Okay.
And they have to maintain social distancing. They have to observe all the formalities which are required to be done. Yeah.
Okay. There is a question by one startup and another some students. They are saying that they want to work with the Gurgaon administration. They have made some apps to combat the COVID-19 situation, and they have some ideas.
Okay.
And they have another set of.
I can share my email ID. I can share my email ID. So they can write to me, or they can send me on my Twitter inbox. They can send a DM to me. So my Twitter ID is Sonal Goel IAS. So on my Twitter, they can DM their details, or they can also share me their proposal through the email. So my email address is sonalgoyalias@gmail.com. Also, they can write to DC Gurugram. So DC Gurugram email ID is also available on their website, or they can also share their details through Twitter to the DC Gurugram. We'll get it coordinated.
Fantastic. So last question which I see here, just a second. There is a question by Deepak. He's asked you that how are you leveraging any new age technologies such as artificial intelligence, IoT, data analytics, drone mapping for combating this situation, and also overall
Yeah.
citizen services in Gurgaon?
So as I mentioned about ICCC, so ICCC is one of its kind infrastructure, IT infrastructure, which is using this mechanism of the integrated command and controls camera surveillance in the entire city. So it is working on the basis of the optical fiber network of around 400 kilometers. And at present it has 300 cameras, which will be scaled up to I think 375 or 380 or so. So this kind of monitoring surveillance is real-time data information which we are having. Also regarding drone, I would like to mention the Gurugram police is making the use of drones for monitoring and surveillance in the entire city and the district. So this is being done. Also we are having our other initiatives being taken up by the office of the deputy commissioner. Yeah.
Fantastic. So with this, we will like to thank you, Sonalji, for joining us here, and we would really like to compliment the Gurgaon administration and you and your team for taking so many initiatives in the Gurgaon administration, and also
So I
for
would
combating the.
also, just a minute. I would also like to mention 2-3 very important things which the
Yes,
citizens,
yes.
can they would be useful
Please.
for the citizens. So one thing
Yes,
is that there, as I've already mentioned about the guidelines which are issued for the companies or the industries to reopen their workplaces and industrial units. So these guidelines are available on the Twitter and the Facebook page of the DC Gurugram. Right, so it is I think a 17-page document which details about all the SOPs for any industry or the establishment who intend to start their operations. Second thing is for students who are stuck abroad. There are some students, because Gurugram is a millennial city, so there are some students who are stuck abroad and they want to come back. For that there is a helpline which is by the name of Overseas Support. So a helpline by the name of Overseas Support has been started. So you can write an email mentioning this subject, and the district administration will take immediate note of it. Another thing which I would like to mention is that Haryana government has initiated a website for cash deposit and withdrawal by the citizens. So it is by the name of www.bankslot.haryana.gov.in. So basically it is for the purpose of providing the access to the people for withdrawal or deposit of the money, because we are at present having some issues with respect to the banking operations also. Also, I would like to mention that mobile ATM vans, mobile ATM vans are also moving in the district, and the schedule is quite in advance being shared by the district administration. And so these are some important things which as citizens they can take help of. So the SOPs for the establishments, so the overseas support, then these banking operations help they can take, mobile ATM vans they can take help of. We also have, as I mentioned, the mobile COVID-19 testing these van as well as the bus available in the district. Yeah, so these are some of the important things which are being operated by the Gurugram administration. Yeah.
Fantastic. So thank you, Sonalji. Great inputs you have given, and you have answered so many questions, and also explained in detail about the work which your organization is doing. And compliments to you and your team.
Thank you so much. And just a last appeal from my side, if you allow. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Please.
So COVID-19 is, it is such kind of a scenario which we never thought of. In fact, we never imagined that it will come to the humanity in such a, such a quantum and such a magnitude. So the district administration Gurugram is working as a team, and we are trying to reach out to the more and more people as possible. And I would like to thank to all the citizens, the civil society organizations of Gurugram who are coming forth in their cause, in this cause. Still, we feel that there might be some people जिनको हम नहीं reach कर पाए हैं. So, if the citizens see any such kind of a neighborhood slum near their residence, or any kind or such kind of people who need their assistance, or especially we are also having some complaints from the tenants that the landlords are kind of forcing them to pay their rent, or otherwise they are calling for eviction. So all these activities, we need to have a humanitarian approach during this crisis situation, and let us try to help out each other. Let us try whatever little we can do for our society, for the people around us. It would make us happy. It would make all of us, together to rise against this situation. So this is my appeal for all of you. Yeah.
Great. Fantastic. So thank you, Sonalji, for your
Thank you
presence.
so
And
much.
yes, and let's hope that we all fight this COVID-19 situation together, and with the support of all the leaders who are working in the government, who are at this crisis time still working, and rest of the people are at home. I think you and your team and the overall Gurgaon administration deserves a lot of kudos and appreciation from all of us. And with
Thank you
this,
so
we
much.
will, yeah. So with this, we will close this webinar. And thank you. Namaskar.